I'm going to go as far as to say this is the worst puppy biting we've ever seen.
So we have a young German Shepherd here who, although is a pretty lovable rogue, is displaying behaviours that are completely unacceptable. Right now, the dog is literally dragging my cameraman's jeans and boots on. But this is the behaviour. If you try and stop me doing something, I get frustrated, I bite. But for me, number one priority right now is to give this dog an off switch and help it understand that no means no. Stop what you're doing right now. Then I'm going to give you loads of positive alternatives, and we're going to do loads of fun stuff, and you're going to get loads of positive reinforcement and praise. But when I tell you you can't do something, you stop. This is a lovely dog. It's herding me, it's biting me, and it's unacceptable, and it's ruining my lovely boots, and these are my favourite boots. So let's show you how we fix that and get that stopped right now. When it comes to fixing mouthing behaviours, I want to be able to turn it off with a verbal. So we need to do what is called an empowered verbal. My empowered verbal is probably going to be a noise. Right now, it doesn't get the dog to stop doing anything because it doesn't mean anything to the dog. So I need to classically condition that to a physical correction so that the dog understands that that means stop doing what you're doing right now. Then over time, the physical correction is no longer needed and the dog understands that when you hear that noise, stop doing what it is that you're doing. In the live footage that you're about to see, you're going to watch me correct this behaviour, but so much happens so quickly that I know you're going to have a lot of questions about the correction specifically. So it's really important that we talk about it now to explain so that you can get this right yourself at home. The correction you're about to see me utilise is something called an active correction that I'm going to pair with my verbal correction as we've just discussed to really get on top of this puppy biting incredibly quickly. When it comes to puppy biting, I think you can use two different types of active corrections. You can use what you're about to see me do, which is a touch correction, or you can utilise a lead correction if you feel more comfortable with that. The touch correction is nothing more than making this kind of shape with my hand, and you'll see me utilise this with the dog in the following clip. The other option, if you don't feel comfortable with that, is to use something like my trusty slip lead. You would place the slip lead on the dog, high right behind the ears as it should be placed anyway, and instead of the touch correction, you would use a pop on the lead. It isn't a pull on the lead, it's just a nice, quick, short, sharp pop on the lead. Now the next question you're going to ask is, well, how hard are you meant to do it? And that is, it depends. Your dog's puppy biting is going to be at a certain level of intensity. For this to work, you have to meet that level of intensity and go just slightly above it. So if your dog's intensity of puppy biting is a level 1 or a 2, you only need to go to a level 2 or a 3. However, if it's a 5 or a 6, you might need to go a little bit higher. You'll know it's worked because it will get the dog to stop the biting, and that's exactly what it is that you're looking for. In the clip you're about to see, because of my years of experience, I do this very quickly and intuitively because I instinctively know what these levels should be. However, for new people, like potentially yourself, start low, and if it jacks your dog up, if it gets them more excited, it means that the level isn't high enough yet, and you just need to creep that level up until you get the desired outcome of them understanding that they've made a mistake. Pair that with your verbal, you empower your verbal, you'll have huge success. So let's cut back to watch this unfold live in front of your eyes. Good. Confusion, completely acceptable. This will address later. Avoiding me now, I've claimed this space. Much better. Testing what is it that happened. Good girl. Good, good. Again, it's being submissive towards me now. Made a bad mistake. Correction happened. Before we carry on with the live footage of this session, I think it's important that we stop here. Those active corrections, I completely understand that some people don't feel comfortable doing themselves, whether that is a touch correction or a lead correction. But when it comes to puppy biting, you do have another option, and it's what we call a passive correction. I believe a passive correction isn't as effective as an active correction. It doesn't have the knock-on benefits of building you up as a more assertive assertive, calm, loving leader. But if that active correction just doesn't gel well with you, you can try the passive correction and it will make success with puppy biting as well. To do it, it's very simple. You simply need to make sure that your dog is wearing a normal flat collar. When the biting behavior happens, at the time that you would normally administer an active correction, where you would use your verbal correction, you still use the verbal correction, but you hold the dog's collar. You go incredibly stiff and assertive, strong body posture. The verbal correction have gone in and you hold that collar. And you hold it until that dog relaxes. Some dogs, they relax instantly. Some dogs might squirm a little bit and work out what's going on, but eventually they'll understand that they need to relax. As soon as they relax, you let go of the collar. If the biting behavior happens again, verbal correction, hold the collar until they relax. And it's teaching them that same message of that that's unacceptable, and what we're looking for is for them to calm down. But like I say, I do believe an active correction is much more efficient if you're willing to do so. So let's cut back to the live footage and continue on this journey with the German Shepherd we're working with today. Better, lovely. Submitting to me, nice. Getting belly rubs, making good decisions. You make good decisions, good things happen. I'm not a big meanie, I just really care about you. I want to give you belly rubs, I want you to have the best things in life. Yeah, good. See the difference now? That one was the first time that I used just a verbal correction with no physical attached, and that's shown that it's happening already. The verbal correction is becoming empowered because I paired it with a physical one. So that time I just needed that little noise, just a reminder, hey, no, remember, that's not what we do. And although, yes, I'm the guy that's instilled some rules and boundaries, I'm also the fun guy that does fun stuff. What's this? And these herding instincts, yeah. Oh, yes. But don't put me in your mouth. Really easy. If you do that for me, all the lovely things in life are going to happen for you. Absolutely superb. Brilliant. Oh, Edna. Oh, Edna. Oh, Edna. Yeah. Again, sniff me. Don't put me in your mouth. I'm going to become a bit more playmatey. Yeah, good. A bit submissive. And she's returning the favour. Beautiful. This is lovely. This is absolutely what I like to see. This is the dog that I need you to be. Be this dog and you're going to have a wonderful life, and you're going to have all the fuss, praise, food and toys that you've ever wanted. Be that dog that you were earlier when you first came into me. I'm going to have to say, no, that's not acceptable, because I have a duty of care to keep you safe. Because not only is leadership, rules, boundaries and expectations important, not only is it better for me, it's better for her. And that is why I say leadership is love.